Hi guys, welcome back. In today's session, I have a very hot topic to share with you. Hope you got an idea from the thumbnail. Basically, I'm planning to set up an environment for FortiManager on VMware Workstation. And once this task is done, I will register few FortiGate firewalls with FortiManager. So before we start, we need to understand what is FortiManager. So FortiManager is a kind of external appliance that can be used to manage Fortinet devices. Generally, the FortiManager provides an automation-driven centralized management console for your Fortinet devices. Let's assume you have multiple Fortinet devices placed in different geolocations. In that case, to manage all of them, you need to jump on each device one by one. But with FortiManager, it helps you to bring all of them in centralized place and you can easily manage them from FortiManager. Now the question is, how can we deploy the FortiManager and what are the prerequisites? To build an environment for FortiManager, you can choose any options. Either you can deploy the FortiManager on cloud or choose the on-prem options. You can deploy the FortiManager on AWS Cloud, Azure Cloud, Google Cloud, Ali Cloud, or you can deploy it on VMware or Hyper-V. In today's session, I will set up an environment for FortiManager and will use the latest version for FortiManager. We will first bring the latest version of firewall in FortiManager, and at later point, we will try to bring another firewall with old version. As per my lab design, I have a FortiGate firewalls running in EVNG simulator. Basically, some of them are running with old version and some of them are running with latest version. Let me explain the design for you so that you must get some idea how these devices are placed in network. So you can see on the left hand side, there are two FortiManagers with different versions. The one with the latest version has an IP address 192.168.1.30/24 and the one with the old version has an IP address 192.168.1.25/24. The one thing to be noticed, my FortiManager appliances will not be running in EVNG. We will deploy the FortiManager directly on VMware Workstation. Okay, so let's move on another part of the design. On the right hand side, there are three firewalls and these are running in EVNG. So two of them are with old versions and one is with latest version. All these devices are part of same subnet 192.168.1.0/24. I hope this part is also clear for you. Now let's deploy the FortiManager on VMware. So first thing is you must have a FortiManager virtual appliance image for VMware Workstation. In case if you don't have the FortiManager virtual appliance image, I would suggest you to download the same from the Fortinet Support Center. I would have given the Google Drive link for you, but you will again face an issue downloading the trial license from Fortinet Support Center. Best thing is, please create an account on FortiCloud. If you have an account on FortiCloud, then you can download the images from there as well as I will help you to download the trial license from the FortiCloud. If you are ready, I can take you through the process of downloading the virtual appliance for VMware as well as the license file. Let me take you through. Just visit the website www.support.fortinet.com or just search the keyword FortiCloud in the Google search engine. So FortiCloud, the very first page, click login. If you don't have account on there, you can register with your login ID. Use your login credentials. Okay, so click on support, and then you have option firmware download and VM image downloads. So click on VM image downloads. Then you have to search your product. So my product is FortiManager. And for which platform do you want to download? So here you have ALI Cloud, AWS, Azure, Google, Hyper-V, IBM, KVM, Oracle, VMware, and Zen. So I'm using VMware ESXi, and you have option to choose your build. So if you are using 7.0.4, choose the appropriate build and then download the file. So there are two files here. So one is uncompressed and one is compressed one. So you can download the compressed one here, which is 230 MB. And in case if you are using older version, then go to the support, then firmware download, choose the product, which is FortiManager. Click on the option download. And here you have the options: version 2.50, version 2.80, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0, and 7.0. So let's assume that I want to download FortiManager file from the version 6 point something. So click on this folder. Then you have a 6.0, 6.2, and 6.4. Choose the appropriate directory according to you. So let me choose the 6.4. And then you have to find the build number also. So let me take this one, 6.44. So you have variety of images for multiple platforms like KVM, Azure, AWS, GCP, Hyper-V, KVM, and Zen. So you just find VM based images. So you have option VM64 ALI. So this is for ALI Cloud. This is for AWS. Here you have Azure, GCP, Hyper-V, KVM, OPC, Zen, and at the last you will have the option to choose the file for VMware. So here you have to click on HTTPS link to download the file. Anywhere you will click, it will not be download the file. So let me quickly download the file for latest version, which is 7.2.1. Product is FortiManager, platform is VMware ESXi. Done. Click here download. It will take a while to download the file. Let me pause the video for a while until it downloads. Okay, I have successfully downloaded the appliance. The software is generally compressed as I told you, so you need to extract the file, and this folder contains multiple files. So now this time we need to import the FortiManager appliance into VMware Workstation. Open the VMware Workstation. Choose the option open a virtual machine. Browse the path and select the appropriate file to import. So my folder is IOL image, and I need to go into the right folder, which is 7.2.1, and choose the file FortiManager VM64. Accept the terms and condition and the license. Click next. Choose the right name. So I'm going to type 2.1.1 and import. Okay, so it has allocated 8 GB memory, 4 core processor, 4 GB RAM, and 500 GB hard disk. It will take time to boot up. Let's finish some initial work. So first, let me log in. Username is admin, password is nothing. Set the password for the appliance. Now let's finish the global configuration first. So config system global, set hostname Forti-Manager 7.2.1. Now we have to assign the IP address 192.168.1.30/24 on port 1. So config system interface, added port 1, set IP 192.168.1.30/24, set allow access HTTP, HTTPS, SSH, ping. That's it. So we want to make sure the interface support an IP address 192.168.1.30/24. If you are using different one, choose the right one and allow to read the services like SSH, HTTP, HTTPS, or etc. So let me create a session for this. 192.168.1.30. Username is admin, and this is FortiManager 7.2.1. Done. Okay, so we have successfully accessed the FortiManager via SSH. Now it's time to validate whether we have access for the same FortiManager via HTTP. 192.168.1.30. Okay, as I told you, the FortiManager virtual appliance comes with no license, not even an evaluation license. So we need to register this device at Forti Cloud Center to download the evaluation license. And how we can download the license? Just supply the login credentials. So my login credentials are this, and password is, I think, this. Accept the terms and conditions. Scroll it down. Okay, I can see that I could not resolve the host name. Okay, I know what to do because I forgot to set default route. So let's first set up the default route. So config system route, set edit 1, set gateway 192.168.1.1. Anything else? Nothing. Next, and then end. Config system DNS, set primary 8.8.8, set secondary 4.2.2, and let me ping google.go.in. Okay, sorry, execute ping 8.8.8. Okay, now I can access the google.go.in website. Let me go back to FortiManager and then set the license and terms and conditions. Done. Let me see what's happening over there. Okay, so this type of message you will see on FortiManager once it has successfully connected, once it has successful connection with FortiCloud. So it says you have logged in successfully to FortiCloud. The system is restarting to apply the trial license. Please wait for a few moments. Okay, now I can see the login prompt. Let me log in from the secure CRT. Done. Get system status. So platform type FMZ VM64. Platform full name is FortiManager. Build version is 721. Serial number this, and serial host name is this, and we have license status valid. Let me refresh the page again. Username is admin, then password. Some basic steps to be followed. Okay, so finally we have successfully deployed FortiManager on VMware Workstation. Okay, now the time is to register the FortiGate firewall with FortiManager. Before adding the FortiGate firewall in FortiManager, I would recommend you to check the connectivity between FortiManager and FortiGate firewalls. So basically, execute the command execute ping and the IP address of the FortiManager from the firewalls. So let me log in first. Execute ping and my FortiGate and my FortiManager IP address is 192.168.1.30. Okay, from the first firewall, I'm able to access FortiManager. Let me show you the topology first. So the first firewall is 192.168.150, which is running with the version 6.4.4. And the second firewall is 192.168.1.60, and it has the same version 6.4.4. And the third one is 192.168.1.70, and it has the latest version 7.2.1. Let me execute the same command from firewall 2 and firewall 3. Yes, I can access FortiManager from here also. This is also working. So that's great for us. All right, let's go over to FortiManager and let's onboard the firewalls one by one. So here I am on FortiManager. We will go ahead and log in with our admin accounts. So username is admin and password is, I cannot tell you. So as soon as you log in on FortiManager, you can see multiple options like in first row, you can see device manager, policy and object, AP manager, VPN manager, fabric view, and in second row, you have FortiGuard, FortiSwitch manager, extender manager, system settings, and management extensions. So for us to register the FortiGate firewall, select the option device manager. So here on FortiManager dashboard, let's bring in a firewall. So to do that, we are gonna go right up here to add the device. So here we have a multiple options to bring in the device. So one is discover device, add model device, add model HA cluster, import model devices from the CSV files. So you have multiple options to bring in a device in FortiManager. So if you choose this option, make sure the FortiGate firewall must be online. If we click on the option discover device, that we need to supply the IP address of the firewall. So my firewall IP address is 192.168.170. But before that, we need to supply some settings on firewall as well as FortiManager. And what are those settings? I'll show you now. Go to the FortiManager and access the global configuration mode, config system global, and then execute the command set fgfm-ssl, not CSL, it should be protocol, and then SSL-v3. So make sure you execute this command on FortiManager. And on firewall side, must execute the command config system central management and set mode normal, set type FortiManager, set allow push configuration enable, set allow monitor enable. And one more thing is to check the interface settings. So show system interface. So this is the interface where we have allowed ping, HTTPS, SSH, HTTP, and telnet. And one more service we need to allow. So config system interface, added port 1, set allow service. Here you have fgfm FortiManager access. That's it. I will share these command lines in description box for your reference. Okay, go back to the original state to discover the device. So we have supplied the IP address of the FortiGate firewall. So okay, here you have one more option, use legacy device login. Now if we click on here, use legacy device login, we need to supply the username and the password for the legacy devices. However, if we leave this option off, it means you are going to add the current version firewall in FortiManager. It will give us a separate pop-up that gives us the chance to go ahead and authorize the FortiGate device. If in case you discover the legacy FortiGate device without turning on the option use legacy device login, it will go back to the legacy mode by default and ask us to supply the username and password. So I will go ahead and won't use the legacy mode because I'm going to discover the latest version firewall, which is running on 7.2.1. I will enter the IP address of the firewall here and will click on next. Okay, it's saying, do you want to allow or deny the following device to join the fabric? So effectively, this is the local firewall saying, do you want to bring in the FortiGate manager as a trusted entity? So I'm going to go ahead and say allow and click OK. And one of the benefits of managing the FortiManager is that if we had system template set up, we could go ahead and apply the system template to give some basic settings to the firewall. So here we have the device information. IP address is 192.168.70. Host name is Technocafe. Serial number, model, hardware version. HA is a standalone. So right here at the moment, we will say no system templates and let's go ahead and add the device in the FortiManager. All right, so far so good. Now it's stating that to manage policies and objects on this firewall, you need to import them into FortiManager. So I'm going to go ahead and click here to import those. So now it's asking us how much information we want to import. So we definitely want to import policy package. Then click here. Since I don't have any app profile or FortiSwitch templates, so I really don't have anything here to bring in. So let's click next. So here we have physical interfaces. Click next. Then again click next and finish. So we have successfully discovered the FortiGate firewall in FortiManager.